First going home and now coming home. I swear, John, I don't know which was more exciting.
Well, Skibbereen, for sure.
Oh, yes, it was lovely seeing the old place again. But I tell you something, it was also wonderful to come back here to my own place, my own kitchen, my own utensils, and to wake up in my own bed this morning. That was a joy.
Well, now I think I can understand that.
Yes.
Of course, the company might have had something to do with it. I'm glad you like it here.
Oh. Yes, I love it. And I love you. That's the last time you'll send me off without you.
Don't worry. You'll be watching it. I won't be able to send you to the store alone. Actually, there will be somebody keeping track of you when you're out.
Oh, John, there's not going to be a policeman following me around.
No, not a bodyguard. Nothing obvious.
Oh, dear.
Why don't I ever learn to keep my big mouth shut?
Oh, darling, it's not the policeman, nor is it the troubles with the realty company. Oh, I think those potatoes are done. Would you get the water off them while I make the tea, darling? It's Siobhan, not being able to talk with her. I don't even want to think about it.
Well, it's not your fault. You offered her sympathy. She got right up on her high horse. I knew she would. She's so afraid that you're going to blame her for Jack's getting hurt. You and Mary.
Oh, me and Mary against her. Huh. It goes on over and over, down through the years. Now, but how much I try to change it.
Well, darling, it's up to Siobhan to change it. Not you. Am I right?
I hope so.
Darling, you know so. There. Now, let's have that smile again.
Oh.
Come on. Skibbereen. Annie. Red. Maggie. The kids. The farm.
Oh, John, I can't wait to have those pictures developed. They all had to pose for you. You had to see them turning over the earth with the shovel and washing the old windows and dragging the old plow out of the barn.
I'll take the film in when I go get the paper.
They think that John Bryant is the finest, most generous man in the world. And I must confess, I could only agree with them.
But it is money well spent.
Yes, it is. And they intend to pay you back every cent, no matter how long it takes them.
I'm in no hurry. We got enough to manage. Besides, there'll be more money coming in.
Hey! What? Oh! Welcome home! Oh. Well, I certainly hope you'll have some land for me to buy over there. Oh.
And how are you? Or need I ask if you're thinking about making land investments?
Oh, I'm not really. That's Johnny's specialty, land and whatever. Anyway, I'm great, getting richer every day. But what I came over here to find out is how you are. Was it terrific?
Oh, it was a beautiful trip from start to finish.
Oh, well, not exactly from the start, though, right? Well, didn't those people break your window right before you left?
Oh, well, that wasn't too much to get upset by.
We try not to dwell on it, Dee.
No.
Oh, of course. You know, I came by right after it happened, and Pat never even mentioned it.
You were here the day I left.
Yeah, didn't anybody tell you?
No.
I came by to give you a going-away present.
Oh.
A hanky imported from Ireland.
Oh, that is very sweet of you.
Well, I'm sorry I missed you. Anyway, then Pat reminded me that you could get all sorts of Irish things since you were going to be there, so I used the hanky.
Oh, well, that was very sensible of you, dear.
Aren't you freezing in here?
Cold in here? Oh, it's warm as Florida. Oh, you should be in my sister Ann's house. No central heating. And this year is the coldest winter Ireland's had in years.
Want me to turn the heat up?
No.
Oh, no. As long as I have my furs, I'm fine. You know, this coat's a real necessity. I'm just beginning to realize what fur does. I mean, that's why a rabbit can stay out in the cold and the wind and never feel it, because nothing penetrates it.
It's a wonder, isn't it?
Oh, my, yes.
You know, Johnny, you really ought to get one for Maeve. I mean, it doesn't have to be Fitch. This is so expensive, but nice mink or something? You probably want to wait till you make your first million, right? I think you should do it right now. You want my furrier's name, too?
Darling, I'm afraid I'm one of those people who do not appreciate fur unless it's worn by the animal that was born into it. You know, my green coat kept me so warm that half the time I didn't even put the line in it.
Dee, don't you have someplace to go, like your bank or something?
Oh, my, yes. But that can wait. Oh, she's something, isn't she? She never changes.
Who's she? Me?
You're wonderful. I mean, look at you. You're the mother of a U.S. senator. You just traveled across the Atlantic and back, and look at you sitting here peeling potatoes.
Well, we're going to have quite a crowd for lunch.
The lunch crowd, you see what I mean?
Yes.
No.
If the truth be known, dear, these new potatoes are not for the lunch crowd at all. They're for me. I can't get enough of them lately.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
New potatoes?
Right, new potatoes. When I was over in Ireland, Andy's house, many's the time, I'd rather have a nice new boiled potato than I would have a cup of tea. Isn't that incredible? It was a craving. I don't even understand. It's strange.
Probably needed the extra fuel to keep warm.
No, it's warm here, and I still want the potatoes.
I bet that means something.
Means we're going to be eating a lot of new potatoes.
But I bet it's important.
Now, tell me, how is Roger? Mary says that he's taken fine care of Jack.
Well, I guess so. Jack sees more of him than I do. And since you brought it up, why did Siobhan go and do such a dumb thing? Well, I mean, it was so silly. Look, at that real estate company hired somebody to break your window and then lock her in a boiler room. Shouldn't she have realized that it was too dangerous? Oh, look at poor Jack.
Look, Siobhan is neither silly or crazy. She was brave, maybe to a fault. Now, I appreciate it if you didn't mention it anymore.
Fine, you don't have to get mad.
John.
Gosh, you sound like Tom.
John, weren't you intended to go and get a paper?
Yeah. I'll drop off that film.
Oh, good.
See you soon.
Why?
Dear, you're hearing things the way you do. You must know about Tom and his therapist, hmm?
His what?
His teacher. He's starting home training for the blind today. He told us all about it last night at our annual St. Patrick's Day party. Oh, you didn't know, huh?
No.
Miss Lincoln, this is my husband and your new student. Tom, meet Poppy Lincoln.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Desmond. We're off to a very good start.
We are? Oh. Yeah, well, I'm sure we are, but...
Because you took a risk. You put your hand out instead of waiting for me to give you mine.
Oh.
Tom has no problem there.
Now, if Faith weren't so tactful, she would tell you that I go overboard in the opposite direction. Too many risks.
Not at all. Please, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
You know, Tom has already learned so much.
Yes, but at whose expense?
And what does that mean?
Well, I've broken any number of things stumbling around this room. Faith says none of them are important, but I have a hunch I've demolished a few heirlooms.
Nonsense. Just a tacky little candy dish, and I keep telling him he did me a favor.
That's lovely. You haven't turned Mr. Desmond's blindness into an overwhelming tragedy. Some people forget how to laugh.
No, Tom wouldn't let that happen.
Now, if I didn't laugh at myself sometimes, I'd,
You'd be too angry to function at all.
You're right. Miss Lincoln is a quick study.
Yes, she is.
I can teach you what you want to learn. That's the only claim I make. And please, call me Poppy.
Poppy. Well, I want to learn everything, Poppy. How to pick out my own clothes so I don't look like a clown, how to cook, clean up, walk around the streets, and manage my life for myself. Is that asking too much?
No.
Now, you must be honest with me.
I am honest. And I say you can do all you describe, Mr. Desmond. And more.
Thank you. I'm Tom, by the way.
And I'm Faith.
Good. Now, Tom, tell me about your job.
Well, I have been the public relations director for Riverside Hospital, but I'm on sick leave now. But the minute I have these basic skills in hand, I want to get back to work. Now, how to deal with elevators, for instance?
Oh, it's much easier than you think.
Well, I hope so, because right now, it's on a par with Mount Everest in my mind. You know, I sort of feel that I'm going to get trapped and find myself pushing button after button after button.
That's a real fear, isn't it? How do you feel about using a cane or a seeing eye dog?
Oh, fine. I'd use either one, or both.
Even though it tells the world you're blind?
But I am blind. I don't understand that question.
Your husband's going to be an excellent student.
Oh, I'm sure you both work beautifully together. Poppy, when's Tom's first lesson?
We're in the middle of it.
Oh, well, that's wonderful, because I have about 20 or 30 different questions for you. Now,
Well, before you get started, I've got to run to work. And Tom, Gertrude is in the kitchen, so if either one of you need or want something, just yell. And I hope to see you often.
Oh, yes.
And I'll talk to you later.
I'll tell you how I got on at school, huh?
Okay.
So, now we can begin in earnest.
Jack?
Oh, it is you.
Now, darling, you better tell me if this hurts. Oh, I've missed you so.
Same here. Doesn't hurt at all. Hey, now stop that. I'm gonna be as good as new in a couple of days. Where are they? In there?
Where's what? I don't have the least idea what you're talking about, man.
Gimme.
Well, all I have in that little bit of sack is a bit of breakfast. Oh, Jack.
Just a twinge. I'm okay.
Oh, God, forgive me for teasing you. You're right, of course. There's scones in here. Baked and buttered this morning. Yes, little blackberry jam that Annie sent home with me from Ireland. That thing doesn't mean that you can't eat regular food.
It doesn't. They're going to take it off today. I smelled them. I was lying here half out of my mind. Suddenly, I found myself across the street in your kitchen.
Well, I thought you were sound asleep when I walked in.
I thought you were a dream. Unbelievable.
I'd have baked them and come over last night if they'd let me. I'll get you some water.
Who's they? Johnny?
No, it was Mary and Patrick. They swore that you'd be sound asleep. Here's some water.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, how are you, really?
Mending, really. How was Ireland?
Oh, wonderful, but let's not change the subject now. Tell me, Mary says that you have double vision.
Well, that's going away. I still get a little dizzy when I sit up, but I don't have to sit up much. Very nice aide came in, shaved me this morning. People take my blood pressure, listen to my heart. My head is working again. And I can't wait to get out of here, and that's my whole report now. How was Ireland?
It was wonderful. Everybody sends their love to you and Mary and to Ryan. And Red says you've got to come back so you can play some more chess.
I'd like him to see Ryan. I'd like to see her myself. I'm not used to being away from her.
Oh, yes. Well, she's lonesome for you. Let me tell you, she woke up this morning bellowing for her dad.
Hey, she's not supposed to bellow. Don't let her get away with that.
Oh, I'm only the grandparent, my dear. I'm no longer the parent.
How is it having her and Mary back at the house?
Only splendid. It's the one single positive thing that's come out of this whole miserable situation.
Hey, don't worry. I identified a mugshot. Lieutenant Hayes arrested the guy, and now CNP has to worry about him making a confession. They'll have no time for us little people. We're safe.
Well, I tell you, there's still a policeman outside of the door of Ryan's.
Well, there's one outside my door, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they're not there because we're going to be gunned down, you know. They're guarding us because we're Senator Ryan's family.
You think that's all it is?
Sure. What do you think it is?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose there's no actual danger. Siobhan, I can't believe, would court any more trouble.
Siobhan
It's pointless for me to worry about that child.
didn't go well last night. She finally came home to see you.
Started out well, ended badly. She told you?
No, she was killing time over here, working up the courage to face you. Mary had just given her a piece of her mind, a large one, and I gave her the best pep talk that I could and sent her off to welcome you back. She got defensive, huh?
Yes, very. And I suppose I did too. I don't know.
Sorry. She loves you. Hit you over the head with Mary all at the same time, if you know what I mean.
No, I do, exactly.
Kid does try very hard.
Yes, she does try, and she reaches out, and we do touch, but it never lasts. Never.
It's because she always puts Mary in the middle. You know, they have, if I may say so, the most complex love-hate approach-avoid sibling relationship that I have ever seen. Must be a real mess for you.
That's the most piercing insight, let me say.
I'm serious.
So am I. I value your opinions on my children. It helps me have some kind of perspective, and I thank you.
Siobhan may take longer than some, but I think she'll grow up just fine.
Oh, maybe with your help.
Such as it is.
Oh, you're a fine, generous man, Jack Finelli.
Ah, that from my mother-in-law. I'm awfully glad that you're back.
See now. Page 34. Aha. Futures. Aluminum. Ah, tin. Tin. I made $1,000 yesterday. It's starting. 1,000 in a day. 7,000 in a week. 30,000 in a month. Good Lord. In a year. Lady, there's a package here for you.
Oh, John, it must be the new potato peeler. Bring it on in.
Somehow, I don't think it's the peeler.
What in the world?
Oh, that's so pretty. Can I open
Ah, don't you lay a finger on it. Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm almost afraid.
You tell it expensive. What did you... Oh!
I brought my wife in out of the cold.
Oh!
John.
No. Oh. Oh, that's not fair. That's Russian sable.
That's right. Russian sable. As opposed to polecat or skunk.
Suspect it's not... It's better than us.
Better than Maeve's green, maybe.
Oh, John, let me put it on. Ah, John, it's heaven. Oh, and it's so warm.
Made to order for you, sweetheart.
Oh, John, can we afford it?
That and 10 more like it.
And I thought I knew commodities.
So you did.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, Johnny. You got the world's best wife, the world's happiest marriage, and now you got the world's biggest portfolio.
Yeah. Hello. Can I speak to Mr. Grimley, please? It's John Ryan calling.
Yes? Oh, thank you. Yes, Mr. Ryan.
Well, I see we caught an upward trend, sir.
Well, for the moment, anyway.
Well, I'm going to trust it and put another $5,000 into tin and aluminum.
Well, if you have it to lose, of course.
I have it to double and triple, Mr. Grimley. I'll send you a check.
Fine. I'll place the order, Mr. Ryan. Goodbye. Yes. All right. Hello, Mrs. Coleridge.
Hi, Mr. Grimley. Listen, I just had a funny experience with my ex-mother-in-law, and the upshot of it is that I want to change my investments.
Again?
Yes. Now listen, I want you to sell tin and aluminum and put it all into new potatoes. Okay, that's new potatoes, everything.
Every weekend, girls just want to have fun. It's Gilmore Girls on SoapNet. Catch back-to-back episodes of one of TV's most popular shows. Saturday nights at 9 and Sundays at 6. Gilmore Girls on SoapNet.